Hi everyone, we are back again, or I am back again with another guest of behind the scenes sneak peek of what goes on at SPED Homeschool. And my guest for this short video is Ruth Meed from Ruth Meed Consulting, who also happens to be on the SPED Homeschool review crew. So we actually review and unbox sometimes curriculum or other products or services that different partners at SPED Homeschool offer, and then give an inside view of what it would be like to use that product or service when you have a child who struggles. So Ruth does a lot of our virtual reviews on our YouTube channel. So I'm going to just have Ruth give a little introduction about kind of your background that you bring into these reviews, as well as just what you do when you review a product.
Okay, well, I am consulting now because I've spent the last almost 30 years working with either abused and neglected kids and or teaching special education. So my background, I was a missionary kid, and then we came home from Ethiopia, and I ended up really struggling with that. And so that gave me a burning passion to help other people who struggle. And I just thought it was emotional, but then the Lord led me into the educational piece because after I got my bachelor's degree in counseling, I ended up working in a home for abused and neglected girls for 7 years. But while I was there, I was just frustrated by how many of these kids had bounced through the system and they weren't getting their education.
Right.
And so we did a lot with your education there. So then I thought, I want to go on and get my master's degree. So I went on and got a master's degree in special education. And then I ended up teaching in the public school system in Greenville County, South Carolina for 7 years with kids all the way from grade 2 up to grade 9. If you know anything about special ed, sometimes they'll bounce you from place to place based on where they need you. So I had the experience of working with emotionally handicapped kids as well as learning disabled kids. And then from there, I was a professor at a university for 7 years teaching special ed methods courses. So that kind of gave me a background for being able to review all kinds of curriculum and material that I've seen because I've taught in several places and just had lots of experiences.
Yeah. And Ruth has some great reviews that get a lot of views on our YouTube channel. And it's so nice to hear from parents. I remember even the one that you did for Unlocked Math. One parent said, "Oh, now I get this. I get how this works," because Ruth will take you step by step through the entire program, tell you all the little things that you should know. She does her research well, and all of our parents have, they try things out with, if they have kids that they can use it with, they do. They give feedback on that too. So you don't just like get something and go, well, is this going to work or not? We hope that by the end of the review, they'll have an understanding that it will or won't work for their student.
And that is my goal. Like I'm blessed that the Lord has allowed me to work with an awful lot of kids.
Yeah.
And even like adults who have learning struggles. And so when I'm looking at a material, I'm thinking about Sally or Susie or Betsy or Sam or how they would have reacted to the program. So I'm trying to get all those. It actually takes me probably about, I would say 2 to 3 hours to do a really good, thorough job of going through the program, trying to figure out how it'll work or not work. And then boiling that down to 15 minutes is
right.
But I want it to make sense so that a parent can go, oh yeah, if my kid struggles with this, then they can do that. And if not, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking behind the scenes, that I can make it practical enough that somebody goes, oh, I like this program, or no, this is not going to work for my kid.
Right. Yeah. So. Yeah. And I do a lot of reviews too, but I take a whole different approach than Ruth does, because I've done one with my daughter, but I only have one student yet at home. But I'm involved in a big homeschool community where I live, and so I actually outsource it to other parents who give me feedback that don't want to be on the videos, and I just do the unboxings and the review videos and put in the feedback that they give me, working with the product with their struggling learners, and so that's probably why you see a lot of me on there, although I'm not doing all the reviews and all the work like Ruth is. So but yeah, it's been a nice addition to our outreach ministry this last year, because we just started doing it this last year, and I think parents have really appreciated that the ability, especially since with everything being so virtual, and people used to go to homeschool conferences, used to be able to touch and feel, and now they're like, well,
Yeah,
what do
you
I
don't know what you're
get?
getting
You
and
don't know
what's in
what,
it,
right.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to spend the $200 and $300. Like I've had parents say, well, what if I buy this? And I said, well, you need to be aware this curriculum has this and this. And then they go, oh, no, that's not going to work. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And we, above and beyond some of the things that typical reviewers would put, we don't do a paragraph. We do little check boxes for you. It makes it a whole lot easier if you're like, how much work do I need to put into this? We'll put it on a scale for you as to how much parent work. How flexible is it? We're going to put it on a scale for you. How easy, how much, mental concentration does it require for your student? How much executive functioning skills are required to keep all the stuff together, if there is stuff? Or has the curriculum developer thought about that? And then a lot of times, like Ruth will add, we have the comments at the end. Here's what's really good, the things that make this program stand out. Here's some things you should consider if you have a struggling learner. And so those are some other things that are really beneficial, different, I think, from what other reviewers are doing out there with homeschool curriculum.
Well, what I enjoy about this is I don't just hear about it, but I can actually pass it on to some of my clients. Like the latest one that I did on UTalk, this
Yep.
amazing language program, I actually took it and passed it on to one of my people because it's so language, like it's language appropriate, it's affordable, and it's a fun little program, and it really does help you learn language.
Yeah, definitely. So I also want to encourage you, if you would like to get on our review crew, there on all of our review videos, you'll see a little link. You can actually apply to be on our review crew. As we add new partners, a lot of them have been requesting, because if they sponsor within the top 3 tiers of our sponsorships, they get a review as part of that sponsorship. So I've got, I think, 3 pending right now that I got to sign, and probably some more coming up. So that's exciting too. And there's a whole lot of different things, and you can pick and choose what you want, and maybe that doesn't fit us too well. So.
But I think what you've got, like I said, is a fantastic resource because like you find out about things, and your audience doesn't have to spend a ton of money. They actually get to see what's in there before they, And now, with everything being locked down, it's been a whole lot better to, people know, okay, somebody's looked at this, they've figured out what's going on with it. Worth my bother, or no, it's not. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yes. It's nice to have those extra
Awesome
sets
resource.
of eyes on there. Yeah. And that's what we're all about, is awesome resources.
Yeah.
As we just feel led and guided, as I was talking in my last video with Dr. Jan Bedell, we were talking about just the vision of SPED Homeschool and the board of directors. And we try things out to see if they work for our audience, and if they do, then we invest our time and energy into them, and what money we have. And so that's why we're doing this year-end campaign, is that we need your help in reaching our financial goals for this year, and preparing for next year. We have a couple new positions we're going to be adding, so that'll take some of the weight off of me, and I can continue moving this organization forward. If you are able to give, we would love that. If I'm going to share with you just on our screen really quick. Let me do that. This is our homepage on our website. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people tell us we love the colors on your website. But if you click at the very beginning, join the movement here, that'll take you to our Empowering Transformations 2021 Giving Campaign. And this will be going through the end of the year too. So we just encourage you to pray for us, to pray for the funds that we need. If you want to donate, this donate button right here on this page, if in your email receipt, you will actually get a thank you gift. It's a SPED Homeschool holiday do and do not list that will take you through the end of the holidays, and especially if you have a child that struggles, it will help you to redefine your priorities and help you get around some of those sticky places too. We also encourage you to volunteer. If you can't give, but you may be able to give some time. We have quite a few different volunteer positions open, or if you want to donate stock or advise funds, we do have the ability to receive those as well. And we have a text to give number. You can give on Facebook, you can give on YouTube if you're watching this video in either of those places. But there's lots of different ways to give and to help out and to join our movement. We are a grassroots movement. It's just a lot of us that really feel like these parents that are homeschooling struggling learners need to have a community and need to have this hub of information available to them. So thanks so much for being part of that, Ruth. You've helped out in many ways. Ruth is also a consulting partner, so you can find her on our consultants page if you're looking for somebody to come one-on-one alongside you. That's what she does too. So thank you for just helping out with that, and you help out with a lot of things. One of our ex-team members needed somebody, and Ruth stepped in for that too. I think we talked a little bit about in one of our earlier videos that we're just a big family behind the scenes, and I don't think a lot of people see as much of that. Of what we do back here to just support and encourage one another and in all of our struggles. So, yeah.
Well, I just want to say thank you because I love being part of this. I think you've got fantastic resources, and it's just a pleasure to, encourage you and your parents as much as I can through this. And this latest client that you referred me, we've been having a great time talking, and it's been a blessing for both of us. So
awesome.
So thank you. And again, I love the opportunity to be part of this ministry. I think it's fantastic, and I think you're doing some great stuff that's helping a lot of people.
Thank you. Yeah. In giving, we receive so much. I think that is the message. I just want everyone to understand that it's just not we want your money. We want you to be part of what we're doing, and however you can join us. We would love to have you to join us in doing that. So thanks, Ruth. Thanks for talking about the review crew, and thank you all for joining us on this video. I'll be back again in about 45 minutes, and we're going to be talking about our broadcasts and podcasts in our next short video, and just behind the scenes, how those all come together, because we've got a video editing manager who does amazing work, and I'm going to introduce you to him. So until then, bye everybody. Thanks again, Ruth, and we'll see you then.
Okay.